Today, we'll be taking a closer look at the largest mystery-class dragon species ever featured in the How to Train Your Dragon series, ranking them from the smallest giant to the most massive titan. So, without further ado, let's begin! Number 10, the Fireworm Queen. We begin this list with Fireworm Queen, a Stoker-class dragon introduced in Dragons Riders of Berk. Unlike regular fireworms, she is massive, standing out as the queen of her kind. She stands out because of her pale golden skin, tan horns, and crown-like shape. She has horns on the front of her nose and the back of her neck. Because of these traits, she is the best of the fireworm species. The Fireworm Queen can make her body very, very hot, maybe even as hot as the sun. She also breathes out flames that look like napalm and particles that look like fireworks. Her poison is so strong, it can kill most animals, even dragons. Still, it has the unique ability to bring a Stoker-class dragon's fire back to life. The Fireworm Queen is very scary. She's 89 feet long and weighs 6,101 pounds. In the world of dragons, she is both beautiful and dangerous. She is a real symbol of how powerful and beautiful her species is. Number 9, Eruptodon. Up next is the Eruptodon, a volcanic dragon introduced in Dragon's Race to the Edge, with a rugged, rock-like exterior that blends seamlessly with its fiery habitat. Its bright lava-like patterns make its connection to volcanoes stand out. This dragon's power comes mostly from the fact that it is volcanic. The Eruptodon helps control the flow of ash from volcanoes by eating it. Breathing in molten lava is a good way to stay safe. It is absolutely important to keep the balance in its surroundings. The Eruptodon is scary, but it is also calm and watchful. It only strikes when it is provoked because it is protecting volcanic areas. The Eruptodon is 93 feet long and has wings that are 139 feet wide. It weighs 9,000 pounds. As guardian of fiery ecosystems, it shows how dragons are connected to their surroundings. The Eruptodon's ecological significance makes it a vital and fascinating creature in the How to Train Your Dragon universe. Number 8, Whispering Death. Next on the list in How to Train Your Dragon is the Whispering Death, a boulder-class dragon that you can meet. It is different from other dragons because it likes to move underground, digging 6 rows of teeth into rock. It looks like a big gulper eel because its body is long and has no legs. Its spines are also sharp. With these teeth, it can dig tunnels and master underground travel. It lives in caves because it cannot see well and is scared of bright lights. Bright light can either scare it or confuse it. Even though it is limited, the Whispering Death is very mean and defends itself with spines. People and dragons are both scared of how sail-like it is. It is 95 feet long, weighs 2,000 pounds, and has wings that are about 26 feet wide. This dragon lives underground and looks terrible, making it one of the most dangerous and feared animals in the world of How to Train Your Dragon. Number 7, Scauldron. Moving on is the Scauldron, also a title-class dragon introduced in How to Train Your Dragon. It doesn't breathe fire like other dragons do. Instead, it boils water, which it uses to attack enemies. With its thin neck, short legs, and fish-like tail, the Scauldron is perfect for places that are wet. It can scoop up water with its flexible mouth, boil it, and then shoot it out as a hot jet that can't be stopped by enemies. There are shades of green, pale blue, and turquoise in the Scauldron. She turns gray when she doesn't drink enough water. This dragon is rarely seen on land. It likes being near water. The Scauldron is an impressive creature that is 103 feet long, weighs 3,000 pounds, and has wings that are 104 feet across. Its unique ability to boil water sets it apart from other dragons and shows how different types have different skills. It shows how dragons can adapt to different places and situations. Number 6, Typhoomerang. The Typhoomerang is a bright dragon first seen in Dragons Riders of Berk. Its unique fighting style and bright feathers make it stand out. Its beautiful appearance helps it rule the sky and scare away enemies. One thing that makes the Typhoomerang unique is its ability to create hot storms. Spinning quickly makes whirlpools of fire that can destroy enemies. It can get around competitors because it is so fast and agile. The Typhoomerang is usually playful, but when they are excited, they can become destructive. It uses its speed and heat to protect itself or its land. The Typhoomerang is 109 feet long and has wings that are 200 feet wide. It weighs 6,200 pounds. It shows the different types of dragons in the story and is a sign of both speed and destructive power. It's a fan favorite because of its unique way of fighting and fiery power. Number 5. Submaripper. Now we move on to the Submaripper, a great aquatic dragon that was first seen in Dragon's Race to the Edge. It was made to help people find their way underwater, and its slim design and bioluminescent patterns help with both conversation and hunting in the dark. Because of its skills, this dragon is a real threat underwater. When the Submaripper makes whirlpools, it can confuse its prey or protect itself from danger. These whirlpools can swallow ships, which puts sailors in danger. It likes to sneak up on its prey from deep within the ocean. The Submaripper stays to itself and rarely surfs. It mostly spends its time in the deep ocean. It comes at you quickly, and you can't get away. The Submaripper is a dangerous dragon that is 166 feet long and weighs about 25,000 pounds. Its size and power make it one of the most dangerous animals in the ocean, just like deep-sea dragons, which are mysterious and strong. Number 4. Timberjack. Next, we have the Timberjack, a beautiful but dangerous dragon who was first seen in How to Train Your Dragon. It is known for its big blade-like wings and preference to stay hidden in thick woods. The Timberjack's sharp wings make it easy for it to get through bushes or other obstacles. Even though it is heavy, it can fly quietly, which makes it a good hunter and a sneaky animal in its natural environment. This dragon is very protective and doesn't like to interact with people. Its secretive nature has made it one of the more mysterious dragons in the series. The Timberjack is one of the biggest dragons. Its body measured about 171 feet long, and its wingspan is 315 feet. Its 1,500-pound weight and mix of beauty, power, and mystery make it both a sign of grace and death. The Timberjack is a dangerous animal that should be feared and respected. Number 3. Shellfire. Next, we will look at the Shellfire. It is a massive sea dragon introduced in Dragon's Rise of Berk. The Shellfire is unique because it looks like a shell and has spiked armor that can both defend and attack. Its skills show how powerful it is in the water. With its shell as a battering ram, the Shellfire can break through problems with force. Also, it can make huge waves by breaching, which is a move meant to bother ships or defend its area. The Shellfire rules its watery world with unmatched power when it is by itself. To show that it rules the sea, it doesn't associate with other species much unless it is provoked. The Shellfire is 332 feet long and has wings that are 301 feet wide. It weighs more than 200,000 pounds. This is one of the most powerful and scary dragons in the world of How to Train Your Dragon. Number 2. Screaming Death. Another gigantic dragon we will talk about is the Screaming Death is an albino dragon with a snake-like body and a scary face. It looks like it came from another world because of its pale color and sharp spines and big mouth. This dragon made its debut in Dragon's Defenders of Berk and has since become one of the scariest and most recognizable in the series. No matter how bad it looks, its skills are just as bad. When moving very quickly, the Screaming Death can dig through solid rock, upsetting whole landscapes. The animal's roar is another powerful weapon that can kill. It can make people feel scared and unsure. Its physical strength and sound quality work together to make an invincible destructive force. The Screaming Death is very territorial and violent, and it attacks anything that comes into its area. All living things, even other dragons, are scared of it because of how strong and relentless it is. This is what destruction and fear look like. This dragon is 364 feet long and weighs about 85,000 pounds. It is one of the biggest and most dangerous in the series. In its part, the evil and scarier side of dragons is emphasized. Number 1. Foreverwing. Finally, for the most grand of them all, the Foreverwing is an awe-inspiring dragon that embodies the grandeur of the How to Train Your Dragon universe. The moss, plants, and organic waste on this huge dragon make it blend in perfectly with its surroundings, making it look like a living mountain. Just by its size and appearance, it is a wonder of the dragon world. Their skills are just as strong as how they look. It's almost impossible to find because it can blend in with the ground to hide. When it feels threatened, it can send out strong air and debris bursts that can damage the area around it. The Foreverwing is both a defender and a natural force because of these traits and its large size. The Foreverwing is a calm dragon. Even though its size is scary, it only acts when its area is disturbed, fiercely protecting its ecosystem. The way it acts shows how dragons and their environments are connected. The Foreverwing is 492 feet long and has wings that are 557 feet wide. It weighs about 275,000 pounds. And that wraps up our list of the largest mystery class dragon in the How to Train Your Dragon universe. If you enjoyed this video, you can now check out this other cool video about How to Train Your Dragon and the biggest title class dragons of the show. Click on it to see it! Click it!